Hey guys, what's up? It's me. I am back at school and for this week. So this is chapter 10 of RWBY Volume 6, Stealing from the Elderly, which I'm glad that they saw the opportunity and they took it because, well done. And also, man, I wonder what they're going to do this episode. I wonder if they're going to actually like go through and steal that ship. Man, I wonder. It's not like the title tells you or anything. I'm back at school, clearly. So my recording setup is nicer now, so woo! Hopefully there won't be like really bad lighting or anything, but there could be some lag with the video just because the internet is terrible. Anyway, let's just get into this. Oh boy. God, I'm not used to having two monitors again.
This is how the war begins.
All wings engage. Interceptors 3 and 4 take Bogey's 2 o'clock.
I'm actually gonna use an opportunity to raise the volume a little.
Shit. This is not a skirmish.
There we go.
Space confusion. This is not a
God, I'm so hyped for Genlock.
This is it.
I love the style that it's done in. I keep thinking it's like January 16th or something, and like, I keep thinking it's sooner than it is, but it's not. It makes me sad. Also, I'm back to school, so y'all won't have to deal with me singing very loudly anymore, so I apologize, but you'll probably have to deal with my, like, half-scratchy, sick voice right now, trying to sing quietly so I don't disturb my neighbors. Stay close, move fast. The darkness cannot last. No hope, no past. Cannot wait. Trust the way we're made. The sparrow is born to fly. The mountains tower. Why do you always show up when I'm singing? The reach of sea, rain will help the flowers be. We're the same, you and me. The mountain doesn't take advice. What? You're free. You're just gonna stay there? She's gonna stay here! Taco, please! Taco, please! I know I put you up here, but please! Okay, goodbye. I'm still not over how pretty it looks.
I was relieved to hear that you came to your senses, Mishni.
Oh, Jesus.
Many of us were devastated when we heard you would be attending Beacon Academy. Knowing that you'll be returning to Atlas just warms my old heart.
Crusty.
It's time to get my act together and go back to my roots.
Oh, I can't wait to see you follow in your sister's footsteps.
Absolutely.
I'm sending
what a
two
mood.
of my best guards to personally escort you. Make sure General Ironwood hears that part.
That forced smile.
To assist you with your bag. Hi, what a heavy bag.
That's all right.
Nonsense. Allow me to
They're in there.
I like to take
They're
care
in there.
of myself. Just like we practiced.
Oh no! Look at that! He's just going to miss you so much! You should hurry on out of here!
A crying child. We must console it.
That was close.
Is everything okay?
Call me heavy. It's all muscle. I'll show them a thing or two about
We're
fighting.
on board.
All right, we'll all watch our scrolls. The second Weiss is out of range of the comm tower, that'll mean she's out of range of the radar too.
And that's when Blake steps in. We're almost at the drop-off. Okay.
I've been...
The radar box is separate from the rest of the communications equipment. So if you disconnect it properly, it won't take out comms to the rest of the city. 2, this conversation never happened.
Yeah.
Don't worry. This isn't the first time I've disabled Atlas security.
Never
Yeah.
happened.
Also, I've been waiting for those two to ride the bike together.
You sure I shouldn't come with?
More intruders means we're more likely to be seen. Besides, stealth isn't exactly your,
Brand.
I mean,
you're great, and I'll hurry back.
Just kiss already.
Go.
I love them.
Heading in on foot? Won't be long.
Yes, it's all going to plan. I mean, Roger.
Roger, Roger. God, the hair is so nice in this. I'm still not used to Oscar's new outfit. Oh, shush.
This is gonna work.
Yeah.
I love the breeze control that they set up. It's so nice. Aww. This must be so so much anxiety for her, because, like, if she's out of...
For your own safety, we must request.
Because she's out of range of them, like, if something happens.
This parachute won't excuse you of your treachery!
Oh, she used her semblance to hold them together.
And you're sure
Maria!
you can fly this? Missy, I was the Grim Reaper. What part of best huntress of her generation don't you understand?
Did these exist in your generation?
Right, but your eyes.
Nice.
You were saying
That you said your eyes were in desperate need of repair.
Man, I love Ocean's 13. I guess in this case it is more Ocean's 8. It's, oh, that's weird. It still, I was gonna say it still shows Weiss is inbound.
Alright guys, this is it. Blake, you're up. Blake?
Oh no.
Yay? What's going on?
I don't know.
What?
Ma'am, we've got something on radar.
Weiss.
And who would be foolish enough to enter our airspace unannounced?
Apparently, us, ma'am.
Manta 5-1, this is Argus Base. We see you've circled back. What's your status? Over.
why can they see us? Somebody dropped the ball. Don't worry, I've worked with Atlas forces before. I know their jargon. Argus Base, this is Manta 5-1. Feel free to gap off. Thought we were going to scrub due to FOD, but we're back up and green across the board. Over.
Manta 5-1, return to base immediately or you will be treated as hostile. Over.
I thought you said you knew their jargon!
Jargon was fine, but our pilots aren't elderly women.
Well, they got me there. Whew, my mind really is going. Why would you kids let me fly this thing?
Calavera! You and those insolent children are up to something, aren't you?
You thought you could undermine my authority? If you
Yeah.
don't return my ship this instant, I will make an example out of you. I will show you the true might of Atlas.
You hear that, Gordo?
That's the sound of me not caring!
Ruby, we're in trouble. Cordo's onto us, and Maria isn't helping.
Why is the radar still up?
We don't know. Blake isn't responding.
What do we do?
Keep the ship in one piece.
Split. Go get your girl.
Maybe we should fly over to help Yang and Blake first?
Damn it! Gordo's gonna scramble our fighters. We've got maybe 90 seconds before they're in the air and all over Weiss and Maria. This is all my fault. What are you talking about?
You didn't.
Your semblance? Every choice I've ever made has led me here. I dragged you along with me.
What?
Oz, myself, the others. We're responsible for the mess the world's in now. I shouldn't have come. Shouldn't have let any of you come. What was I thinking?
Crow, get it together. Becoming a martyr won't help anything.
We're all in this together, and we're all going to do the best we can. That's all anyone can do.
Someone's beating loud.
I know it's what you've always aimed for. We would have come whether or not you'd let us, so stop talking like we're your responsibility. We're not. But we could still use Crow Bronwyn on our side.
He's no longer her uncle, he's just Crow.
How did you grow up so fast?
That's the trauma.
I had good role models.
Guys?
She's not sending fighters.
Oh no. The Elysian Knights? Oh. Yo, they're sending out Voltron! Row, row, fight the power!
The people have forgotten that they live in peace thanks to the awesome might of Atlas.
Oh god.
Is Cordovan piloting that?
Consider this a reminder.
Big oof. Oh, that's a nice effect card. Oh shit.
Are you okay? I am, but she's clearly lost her mind.
And that was merely a warning shot.
All Atlas personnel stand by and watch how your leader maintains order.
Hey Ruby, remember the last time you yeeted yourself up onto a plane? Also, that's a good look for her. That
Time you ask yourselves, children, do you truly wish to defy me?
Hurry back, Weiss. I need you on the ground if we're gonna take this thing down.
Why is the radar up? We don't know. Blitz isn't funding.
Oh!
It's nice to finally have time to ourselves, don't you think?
Leave me alone!
But I've waited so long for you to be away from them.
Oh. No. Yang's gonna walk into this.
Why did you have to come into my life and ruin everything?
She didn't.
Stalked me across Anima. I don't want anything to do with your life.
You're valid, Blake. He's behind you. Ooh. Blake, you're telegraphing your moves. Just kick him in the dick! Stop grinding your swords and kick him in the dick! God, she's such a... I love her fighting style. Smart. Bad landing strategy!
Let go of the past, Adam. Do it for yourself.
Just forget it all? Is that what you did to me? You just threw our memories away?
Adam!
I let you go once already, Blake. I'm never making that mistake again.
He's no longer hiding behind the white fang. Yang! Yang! God damn it. Go! The baby. Babies are hard to draw. Babies and children are hard to draw. They're so weirdly proportioned. Like, they're all head. they're entirely head. Also, I love that her robot is just as tiny as she is. Like, the fact that it's so short, I find that very funny. Boulders cover path, yeah. I saw the crushed scroll. That was the only thing that I saw from the episode. And that was just like a promotional thing on Twitter. Was that and Saffron holding a crying Adrian, which I found very funny. I want to know how he got there. Like, how he knew that they were going to be there. I want to know how he knew that. I have some concerns. I love when RWBY is being all leadery. Have I said that before? I feel like I have, but I want to say it again. I love when she does that. Because I feel like for a little bit, like, it was kind of, like, not as much of a focus that RWBY was the leader. And, like, now is, like, we really see it. Like, yeah, it was Jean's idea, but this is RWBY's execution. She is the one handling all of this stuff. And just like, when did you get so grow up? It's like, maybe that was the trauma. You know, you see your friends die before your face. You grow up a little bit. It'd be like that. But also, like, the situation demanded it. You mature based on your surroundings. And it was either grow up fast or end up, like, catatonic. So I feel like RWBY's done with people in her party having pity parties. Like, Jean in Volume 4 was like, it's my fault everyone's dead, and she's like, fucking your fault? Were you the one who saw Pyrrha get shot? Nope. Were you the one who tried to stop Mercury and, like, stop the fight between Pyrrha and Penny? No. So, like, she's dealing with her own grief, but she's not doing it by throwing a pity party. Like, she's using her grief to propel her forward. She's like, I will not let this happen again. She's turning all of these horrible things that happened to her into fuel to make sure that things like them and that they that those things and things like them never happen again, or to her or anyone else. And Crow's just like, I'm just gonna drink away my problems, or like, everything's bad, I was like doomed to be terrible, my semblance set me up for failure, like, I dragged all these kids into it, I'm gonna ruin all their lives, blah blah blah. And RWBY's just like, will you shut the fuck up? We are here because we decided to be here. Do not put all of this on your shoulders, you crusty ass old man. Like, I love that she's like, okay, it's been 2 seasons. We're done with this. Let's go. And I'm really glad that she's kind of doing that, because it's like, they need someone to be like, hey, get out of your own heads. There's something more important to deal with here. You can deal and grieve and blame yourself later if you have to, but for now, there's something more important we need to take care of. So I'm glad that she's kind of snapping them out of it. Poor Weiss. Like, her forced acting is such a relatable mood. Like, literally, that's just me every time I have to go visit relatives. Every time I have to, it's like, oh, you know, I'm so glad you've come to visit us. We're like such a, like, it's like, oh, yeah, sure, fantastic. And I love the baby. I love that the baby is so skilled. It's like, is the baby, I don't know if the baby, like, if the semblance is the cry, like some straight up canary shit, or babies cry loudly. Because all of them do. They all cry very loudly and it hurts. She just had Maria in her suitcase. I love Maria. I love that she just has this big ass bag of cashews, which is so relatable, because, like, mi abuela always has food on her. I've only met a couple Hispanic grandmothers, like, and they're all within my family, so maybe it's just, like, a my family thing, but, like, my abuela has fucking food on her constantly. And it's something that I've picked up, too. It's like, you always have food. Whether to feed the people you care about, or to be salty with later. It's like, But I appreciated that. And she's just chewing loudly into the microphone, because just fuck that lady. I can't believe that lady just deadass had a fucking Gundam in the mountain. Just... Can't believe this just became Gurren Lagann. She will pierce the heavens with her drill fists, lightning beams. Poor Blake. Like, Blake isn't my favorite member of Team RWBY. Like, definitely I like Ruby and Weiss a little bit better, but like, Blake is a character that I definitely, like, relate to based on some past experiences, and, like, that's such a mood of just, like, I'm not here for you. I let you go. When will you let me go? Like, it's just, poor Blake. She didn't know I want to know how he was going to be there. I want to know how he knew that was going to happen, because I really have no idea, and I have a feeling it might not be explained. It might just be, like, a plot hole, but we'll find out. Because I don't think Ilya, like, my first thought was maybe Ilya told him. It's like, well, she didn't know that they were going to be, no, she did know that they were going to be there, but it's like, she has no reason to tell him. She does not trust him. So it's like, there's literally no reason for her to help him. So I want to know how he knew. But poor Blake, she was just like, I'm gonna sneak in and be stealthy. Like, it was the embodiment of that thing. It's like, hey babe, check out this cool thing I can do. And like, you try to like slide all the way across the table, and then you get like on it, and then the table collapses. Like, she's like, I'm going to flex for my girlfriend. I'm gonna flex. And then she ended up not being able to, and it just turned into a huge mess, and her ex showed up, and oof. Just oof. Ugh. I'm a little worried for Yang. This is gonna be a big moment for Yang. It's gonna be a really big moment for Yang, because like, she hasn't seen Adam since Beacon. She's seen Blake. She knew that Adam was there, but she didn't see him, or she saw him in passing. But like, they've all been hallucinating about him. And I feel like Yang might be like might have a moment of just like, because Blake was like, I'll protect you, which is Blake's like, that is Blake's ultimate like, I trust you completely, I will protect you. And Yang was like, oh, she's pitying me because I lost my arm, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like this might be an opportunity for Yang to be like, no, I can protect myself. I will protect you. If you like, I'll watch your back if you watch mine. But I'm also a little bit worried that she might just see Adam and shut down a little bit, because she has been repressing, dealing with her emotions. Because she was just like, you know what? I'm gonna train with my arm. I'm gonna be back on my feet. I'm gonna be back on my feet. I'm gonna be good. I'll be fine. I won't have to worry about it. I will be perfectly fine. I am 100% back to normal. And she's not. She's still dealing with shit. Like, it seems like it's gotten better since Blake showed up, because like before Blake showed up, whenever she would like get like, after she would use her semblance, she would shake. And I don't know, I don't think we've seen her doing that much lately. I mean, she hasn't used her semblance that much lately, so that could be part of it. But so I think like having Blake back kind of helped that, but I think they need to like sit down, hash it out. And I think that will probably happen around dealing with Adam. But also this makes me happy, because like my ideal way to get rid of Adam in this series is that they're fighting him, and Yang and Blake are fighting him, and Yang kind of takes over and starts being like really angry and going full on Super Saiyan on him, and then Blake just like grabs her hand and just is like, stop, look at this, we can't let him control our lives and our emotions anymore. Like, he's not worth it. He's not worth the energy that we're expending on him. And they just like kick him in the head once, and they leave happily into the sunset, Korra and Asami style, and they leave him to be consumed by Grimm. That is my ideal way for him to pass, completely reduced to nothing by the girl he's obsessed over. And I love the language that Blake uses when referring to Adam, because it used to be like kind of soft in the earlier seasons. Like, she was like, I had a partner. It was very clear that even though she knew that she needed to leave, like, she still harbored like affection, and like it's just slowly become more and more what it is. She's like, you stalked me across Anima. It wasn't that he followed her. He stalked her, because that's what he's been doing. So she's using like that harsher language, and that's like making it what it is. And I'm really glad that to see that like slow transition. His new outfit is cool. I think it's kind of interesting, the steady progression of him distancing himself from the White Fang, because he's gotten what, like 3 new outfits this time? Since? It's like he had his original one, and then he had his White Fang one with like the mask. And now, since like he's no longer with the White Fang, they were like, hey, you're just using us to get back at that cat girl, fuck off. So he has like the bandana, and it's very much just like, you know, see no evil, whatever. I want them to rip off his, ooh, that could happen next episode. She might just like rip off his mask, which would be neat. See what that is. But I think like you can tell Blake is spooked. Like last time she was kind of empowered facing him, because, you know, she was with Ilya, she was with the White Fang, she was with her family, she was surrounded by allies and people she cared about, she had backup. And it's easier to face people who hurt you when you have people who are on your side with you. It's easier, you're stronger when you're with friends. But she's alone right now, which is why you can see she's panicked. She had been expecting to see him there, and she had people who would support her. And here she doesn't have anyone there with her, as far as she knows, and she came across him unaware. So I think having Yang show up is going to be either very good or very bad, because it could be a replay of Volume 3 where Yang kind of shuts down and Blake is like, I have to help, or it could be vice versa and Yang comes in and saves the day. Or it'll be like a major turning point for them, because they're very clearly slowly getting back into that back to the normal kind of area, and I feel like this could go pretty badly. if Blake's just like, get out of here, I don't want you to get hurt, and Yang's just like, I can take care of myself, like, stop worrying about me and treating me like I'm less than I was, I can handle this, when she's going through stuff that won't let her handle this, and it can just be, the more I think about it, the more I think it's not gonna go well. The more I think about it, the more I think it's not gonna go well at all. Like, they're gonna fight, and I feel like Blake might say something that she regrets about Yang not knowing that she's there, like you took everything from her, blah blah blah, or that Blake will have to save Yang, or will like jump in front of a hit for Yang, and Yang will be like, stop trying to protect me, I'm fine, I don't need you to protect me, I'm not weak, and that won't help their relationship, or Yang just shuts down, or just, I have, the more I think about it, the more I think it's not gonna go well. Although hopefully it could be a situation where like it doesn't go well and then they fight and then they're actually able to air out what's been going on. That's what I'm hoping for, so we can finally get that parallel to Burning the Candle, so like they have their butting heads, just like, stop trying to protect me, like I'm fine, and Blake's just like, no one's saying that you're not fine. I'm protecting you the way I've always protected you, that I always have your back as a partner. You're just assuming that it's because something happened, but it's not. Like, they can finally air things out and kind of get that whole parallel of the Blake and Yang conversation about Roman from Volume 2 that they talked about in the director's commentary for that volume, about paralleling it in later seasons. And I feel like it's been setting up for that. I love their relation. Like, Weiss and RWBY are my favorite members of Team RWBY, but I think the relationship between Blake and Yang is my favorite of them. Like, RWBY and Weiss support each other, yes. They have a very good friendly relationship, but they haven't been, like, very emotionally open with one another, except when, like, the situation demanded it. And, like, I feel like having, like, if Weiss came to RWBY and was like, I can't go back to Atlas, like, if they supported each other in that sense, and like at least we got more screen time of them having those emotionally exposed moments, I think I would like their kind of connection a little bit more. Like, I love that they're friends. I love that we see like their goofy kind of teammate nature. I love that, and don't make this seem like I don't. But I love that you get that with Blake and Yang, but you also get that emotional weight with it as well, because, you know, Blake has talked about Adam, has talked about how it's hurt her, has brought up the White Fang. Like, they've been emotionally vulnerable with each other, which is something we haven't seen RWBY and Weiss be. Which is why I love that. I love that partnership. I love that dynamic, and that's honestly why I personally think that those two should be romantically involved. But, like, I love their support for each other, and it's gonna hurt seeing them get probably angry with each other in the next episode. That being said, I love any fight with Blake. Any action sequence with Blake makes me very happy. One, because I know that it's animated, while the animator is probably listening to some edgy shit, because I know that they usually will listen to music that reflects, like, the tone, and they sync it up with beats. Like, I know that Maddie Beat will sync up, like, the attacks with, like, a clapping rhythm. And I know that, like, Kim would listen to really edgy anime music for Blake. And, like, that's the case. Like, all the fight scenes kind of sync up with whatever song is listening to. Like, the Crow versus Winter one was synced up to a Pink Floyd song. And I love watching Blake fight, personally, because I love that she can use her clones to change her direction. It's such a handy thing, because it allows you to do so much more with her movements. Because normally in animation, you have to be very aware of how the momentum will carry the body. Because, like, half of her moves she wouldn't be able to do if she couldn't do her clones. Because, like, her momentum would carry her off the cliff, or, like, it gives her an extra surface to bounce off of. And, like, those kind of closers, like, those pop-up walls, essentially, where you need them to allow her to do more dynamic moves. And this could also just be that I am such a sucker for her fighting style. I love dual-wielding fight styles that are more agility than anything. Every single game that I play, I never play heavy classes. Like, ever. It's always the quick, fast characters with multiple weapons that I love. That's why, like, Blake and Pyrrha are my two favorite fighting styles in this whole show, just because those are the ones that I really enjoy. Like, RWBY is a very close third, because I love how she can use her scythe in so many creative ways, but, like, it is a heavier weapon, and I just love watching the fast ones, and I love, like, seeing Blake and Adam fight is just good, because they have similar styles, because, like, they've trained together. He was, like, her mentor. Like, they fight similarly, but there's differences between them. I love being able to watch that, and, like, how they use their semblances differently. I love it. I want to just, I want to scrub through all of this season frame by frame and just cry because it's so pretty. Okay, yeah, I think that's like really all I have to say. Also, in the comments, I know I talked about Bumblebee this episode. I know that some of you don't like it. But, you know what? I'm allowed to have my own opinion about it. So, if you're gonna bitch about it, don't do it in the comment section. Because it sucks. Like, if you don't like it, that's fine. That's your personal choice. It's something that I personally enjoy. If you don't want to hear it, sorry. So, anyway. But yeah, I'm back at school, so I'm gonna be a little bit less active, everywhere. Honestly, like, these will be a little bit later. Like, I'm recording this on Wednesday. I can probably record the next one on Monday, though. But, like, it's just gonna be trickier with, like, classwork and lots of homework, because they recommend that you take 2 studios and a lecture class. I'm taking 3 studios, 2 of which are very animation heavy. So if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see a lot of that stuff. Also, heads up about the blocks. I don't know why last week was different, so usually what happens is I'll upload the video, it gets blocked automatically. I submit the copyright claim, and then they are like, okay, we'll make it public, but you can't monetize it, we'll monetize it for us. And, like, that's fine, I don't care. I don't do these for money. But what happened last week was that I put it up, and I submitted the claim, and they were like, no, this claim is valid. And I was like, but I followed all of the rules. Hello? So I submitted emails, and they still didn't, like, do anything about it. So I just took down the video, re-uploaded it, and submitted the claim again. And I guess the person who saw it was a different person. So I'm assuming the first person who saw the claim just was kind of new, because something similar happened with Larissa, except, like, they didn't do the ineligible remonetize thing. And I bring this up on Twitter, but I saw some people bringing it up in the YouTube comments, was that it is not my music that I play at the end that gets copyrighted. Like, I don't own the music, that's true, but that is not what causes it to be copyrighted. Like, it does flag those things, so it's like, oh yeah, you can't monetize the video, but that doesn't prevent it from being viewed. What happens is that YouTube content IDs the video that is playing in the corner, and that's what is not allowed to be viewed. So the music is fine. The music just prevents it from being monetized. It's never the music that removes it from the internet. So that's never going to be the problem. The problem is always just a matter of, like, the actual reaction video. So it's not the music. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my cat's ass, which was here for half of it. I mean, I guess you just mostly saw her tail, but yeah, I will see you guys next week, where hopefully Yang and Blake beat the living shit out of Adam, and hopefully they don't get into a big fight, or if they do get in a big fight, they get a resolution where they finally get that parallel. And I want more determined Ruby. I love determined Ruby. She's so good. I love her. I love that she's gotten so much more development this season, because, like, she wasn't getting that much, and it really bummed me out. And it kind of moved her to the lower end of my favorite character list, which made me really sad, because I was like, hey, it's, like, the main character. I should really, really like her more than I do right now. And then, like, we finally got more development, and immediately it was like, oh, wow, right, this is why I love her. This is her character that we haven't seen in 2 seasons. Wow! I love her. Clearly. Just my girl. My girl. I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. Like, I started watching RWBY when I was 15 years old, and I was like, yo, I'm 15, Ruby's 15. I'm 20 now, which is a little weird, and I'm still just like, hell yeah, look at this 16-year-old hauling ass, kicking shit, yeah. I'm proud of her. I love seeing how she's grown up from being like, I don't need people to help me drink up. I don't need people to help me grow up. I drink milk, to, like, we are a team. Like, we would have done this with or without you, Uncle Crow. So, like, stop blaming yourself, focus on the matter at hand, and then maybe later feel sorry for yourself if you absolutely have to. But there's more here at stake than your pride. Like, she's just grown up so much. And I love her. And I love Weiss. And I love her banter. And Maria isn't helping! Like, I love Weiss. And I'm just gonna keep rambling if I don't stop myself now. So